Hello friends, welcome to our channel. In this channel, we are going to spend 1001 nights together, listening to the magical stories of Scheherazade. I hope I can be a part of moments in your life, so I appreciate it if you follow us and share your thoughts with me. Your feedback will help me produce better content to share with you. Alright, let's move on to the story. After a few moments, the giant approached the tree under which two brothers had concealed themselves. He placed the chest on the grass at the same spot, took 4 keys from his belt, unlocked the locks, and opened the box. From within emerged a bewitching beauty, and he displayed her on the grass. Casting his loving gaze upon her, he said, "Oh, fairest of the fair, you have been my favorite since the day I abducted you at your wedding celebration. I have loved you passionately ever since. Now, I am weary, and I request permission to rest beside you for a while." Placing his giant head on the maiden's shoulders, he fell asleep. The moon, aware of the presence of the two brothers, pointed to them with her finger, signaling them to approach quietly. Fearful of the giant, the two brothers hesitated, but the maiden threatened them. She warned that if they didn't come to her quietly, she would awaken the giant to kill them. Reluctantly, the brothers obeyed her command and approached her in fear. The maiden placed the giant's head gently on her lap and took the hands of the two brothers. She led them away, and the maiden and the brothers sat down to feast, spending delightful hours together. After a while, the maiden informed the brothers that the giant would awaken in a few moments, and if he saw them with her, he would kill them both. She then took a string from a box she had and showed them numerous rings attached to it. She explained that these rings were souvenirs from friends she had, similar to the two brothers. If she added the 2 rings from the brothers to the string, the count would reach 100. Despite being imprisoned by the giant and kept at the bottom of the sea, she managed to maintain her resolve. She asserted that a noble woman, when wise and virtuous, remains faithful and worthy. Imprisoning her would not prevent betrayal. She advised that a wise and virtuous woman upholds chastity and loyalty. Having shared these words, the maiden gestured for the brothers to leave the place. They retreated, and the king said to his vizier, "Betrayal can happen to anyone, and it seems that women are worse than any other beings." The vizier replied, "This poor giant is in a worse situation, and now we must return to our city and land and choose wives." The king agreed, but the vizier assured him that he had found a solution to ensure their future wives would not have the opportunity to betray them. He promised to explain it later. After 3 days, 2 brothers arrived at the location where their companions had set up camp, and everyone was happy to see their return. The king showed kindness to all his companions who had been waiting for him, gave the order to return, and everyone headed towards the palace. Upon entering the king's palace, he commanded the prime minister to kill his wife, the queen. Without questioning, the minister executed the king's order. The king himself then killed the maids and servants of the queen, believing that women are unfaithful and treacherous. The king decided to marry a maiden every night and have her killed the next morning to prevent any further betrayal. After implementing this plan and keeping his promise, the king bid farewell to his brothers-in-law, and they set off towards Samarkand. After their departure, the king instructed the prime minister to bring a girl from the city every night for marriage. After the marriage ceremony with the king, the girl would spend the night with him, and in the morning, she would be handed over to the minister to be killed. The minister reluctantly carried out this duty. The news of the king's actions spread throughout the country, and people who had prayed for him before now cursed him. Every night, it was the turn of a girl from the city to face the same fate. Among the minister's 2 daughters, the elder was named Scheherazade, and the younger was Dinazarad. Both girls were unmatched in knowledge and skill, and at the same time, incredibly beautiful. Scheherazade possessed a powerful memory and had acquired extensive knowledge in various fields. Most importantly, she was very virtuous and noble. Dinazarad, though not as knowledgeable as her older sister, shared some virtues with her. The Prime Minister loved his daughters dearly and took care of them like sweethearts. One day, Scheherazade said to her father, "Honestly, I have a request, and I want you to fulfill it." Her father replied, "If it's within my power, I won't hesitate." Scheherazade said, "I have devised a plan for the salvation of the fortunate daughters of the people, so that the king can no longer ruthlessly kill the daughters of destitute men." The minister asked, "What is this plan?" Scheherazade responded, "I suggest that you marry me to the king." The minister, terrified by this proposal, involuntarily exclaimed, "What are you saying? Have you lost your mind or tired of life? Do you know that the king entrusts the newlywed brides to me the night before their wedding, and I am supposed to kill them, and you want me to engage in such an act?" Scheherazade cleverly replied, "O honorable father, I am fully aware, but even death cannot instill the slightest fear in me. For if I fall into the clutches of death, it will be a glorious death. And if my plan succeeds, I will be honored to have rendered the most valuable service to our people." The minister, after hearing these words, firmly stated, "Under no circumstances will I engage in such a perilous act. If you are not afraid for yourself, at least have mercy on me." Scheherazade pleaded, "O respected father, I implore you once again, do not withhold your kindness from me." The minister retorted, "Your audacity and boldness have exhausted my patience. Do you want me to jeopardize my life for those who do not think about the consequences of their actions? I will not embark on such a dangerous path. If you are not afraid for yourself, at least show mercy to me." Scheherazade, upon hearing her father's response, inquired, "What happened with the donkey that you refer to?" The minister replied, "If you carefully listen to my words, I will narrate the story for you. The continuation of the story will be in the next video.